Welcome back to Really Haunted Places. Tonight's story takes you to haunted places in West Virginia. Blenner Hassett Hotel in Parkersburg is one of the most haunted buildings in West Virginia. The Queen Anne-style building is reportedly haunted by William Chancellor, who was responsible for building the property in the late 1800s. Guests staying at the hotel have claimed to encounter the ghosts of children playing in the hallways, and others say that they have seen a man dressed in a tuxedo in the mirrors. Staff at the hotel also say that mysterious knocking and other unexplained sounds are fairly commonplace. The town of Harpers Ferry is well known for its ghosts. In fact, some of the hauntings are said to go back hundreds of years. There are various buildings around the town that have a spooky story or two attached to them, making Harpers Ferry one of the most haunted towns in West Virginia. One of the most popular tales involves a female spirit in 18th-century style attires who is often seen looking down at people from the window of Harper House. There are often tales of several spirits, including wounded soldiers and an old priest, who are said to haunt St. Peter's Catholic Church, which was used as a hospital in the Civil War. However, the most common experience is for visitors to hear the distant strains of fife and drum music, which is said to be the Phantom Army performing some marching drills. Droop Mountain Battlefield has become a memorial commemorating West Virginia's final significant battle during the Civil War. On November 6, 1863, Brigadier General William Averell's Union troops staged a crushing victory over the Confederates, driving them south into what is now Virginia. The site became a national park in 1929 as a memorial to those who lost their lives here. Since then, visitors have been reporting a variety of paranormal activity, including the sound of galloping horses, and sightings of a headless Confederate soldier and another soldier who is napping against a tree. West Virginia Penitentiary opened back in 1875, and it is widely regarded as being one of the most haunted prisons in the United States. It is definitely one of the most haunted places in West Virginia. This prison has seen it all over the years, including several riots, fires, and over 100 executions. Even before it was closed, prisoners and guards experienced paranormal activity in the building, and it has only escalated since the prison ceased operation. Now visitors tend to see phantom inmates and shadow men, along with unexplained noises, cold spots, disembodied voices, and agonizing screams. This is not a place for the faint of heart, that is for sure. There are regular tours of the prison which offer the opportunity to check out the electric chair that has been nicknamed Old Sparky. Mamie Thurman lived the life of a carefree flapper during the Prohibition era, but it seems that she may have thrown a little too much caution to the wind, since she ended up being discovered dead on the lonely 22-mile road. A local handyman was charged with the murder, but most people believed it to be a well-known banker that Mamie had an affair with, who was the real murderer. Her body also disappeared, and there are no records of a burial. Perhaps this is why her restless soul is said to be haunting 22-mile road. She is often seen there in search of justice and a final resting place. Established in 1792 by Revolutionary War veteran William Lewis, the Sweet Springs Sanitarium was a mineral spring resort where people from all over the People would visit from all over West Virginia as they'd spend their summer months relaxing and socializing. In the 1830s, the current brick hotel was built, and business continued to boom up until the Civil War broke out. During its heyday, the resort would welcome some of history's most well-known, such as George Washington, Jerome Bonaparte, and General Robert E. Lee. After the Civil War, people continued to visit the resort, though numbers dwindled, with vacationers preferring to visit resorts closer to the railways. By 1930, financial trouble hit, and the resort had to close. Between 1942 to 1945, the Sweet Springs Resort would operate as a sanitarium for tuberculosis patients before turning into the Andrew S. Rowan Retirement Home in 1945. Haunted by some of the thousands of people who died here during its life as a sanitarium and a retirement home. The Gothic stone structure that is Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum is somewhat infamous in the paranormal community. Even looking at it from the outside, you would probably assume that it is haunted just based on how it looks. The building certainly lives up to expectations. This is without a doubt one of the most haunted places in the state. Construction on the asylum began in 1858, and originally it was built to house just 250 patients. However, the facility reached its peak of around 2,400 patients in the 1950s, at which time they were terribly overcrowded and living in extremely poor conditions. It closed down in 1994 and reopened as a tourist location. It is now considered to be one of the most haunted locations in WV, with visitors reporting all manner of unexplained activity, including horrific screams, shadow figures, and slamming doors. I want to thank you for watching. And until then, good night.